Hello everybody, it's your boy Mintleaf, YouTube's most skill issue gamer with a unique little episode right here, which is my operator showcase. Now, I think I've already said multiple times in the past, or at least I've brought it up from time to time that I actually play Arknights, and here you go. This is proof that I do play Arknights. This is who I am, Dr. Menthol. It sounded very funny at first, but actually it's not very funny. This is my ID if you would like to add me as a friend on Arknights. And oh, hello, what's this? Ah, yes, all these notifications that I missed, but that's not important right now. So as I said, this is an operator showcase. I like to show you that what I've achieved or what operators I have built and collected over my time of playing this game for what, a few months actually. I think I started playing back in January, so I'm definitely, I wouldn't say I'm new, but I'm definitely not a veteran. I did have some good luck in getting some of the better units, but it's best to show you. So before I go in, I would like to just fully disclose that I am not a free to play player. Yes, I am not free to play. So if you are a free to play player, don't get upset or don't misunderstand and think that and start wondering why you don't have this kind of luck as me, because I am not a free to play player. Yeah, I broke that very early on. Now, okay, so first piece of proof. Look at this. Oh, sorry. What does it say up here? Oh, actually, this is much more obvious. What does it say here? Monthly card expires in 13 days. Well, how can something expire if you don't have it? Well, I have it. It even looks like a debit card, which is kind of funny. But yes, I did buy, and I actually have bought this for a long time, monthly cards. I buy them every month as well because they're monthly cards again. And I think it's a very good deal. I think most gacha games have a very good monthly card deal. So if those of you who want to spend just a little bit of money, I would encourage you to pick up the monthly deals. I buy the monthly deals in Reverse 1999, and I also buy the monthly deals when it comes to this one, the Arknights Prime Access. You immediately get Originite Prime six of these, the premium currency as well, or random, which you use for pulling in gacha, and a bit of energy to help you with farming. So I buy this every month. Second piece of spending is actually very obvious, but it's because it's a whaling. I basically whaled on one particular character. You can probably see from this screen right here which character, which 6-star. I'll make it easy. Let me sort it by rarity. You can see which 6-star I whaled on. It's very simple to see, very easy to see. But I will reveal it explicitly later on. Okay, let's start off with the oh shit, I think I just slipped. Yeah, okay, let's start off with our first class. My operator showcase begins now. Let's start off with our vanguards. Very simple. Vanguards, nothing too special. I want to say that my Myrtle S1M3, absolute beast when it comes to printing DP. I love her so much. She is so cute as well. Look, I mean, look at how tall she is. She's 1.31 meters. She's fun size. You can pick her up and then just pat her and do cute things to her. Not unspeakable things. Just treat her well. But that's Myrtle. Great 4-star. Absolute amazing. She's probably one of the top 3 4-stars in the entire game right now. Okay, moving on. A few things. Courier and Scavenger. One is defensive, which is Courier. One is offensive, which is Scavenger. Standard Pioneer, which means 2 block. That's right. 2 block. 2 block Vanguards. One defensive, one offensive related. Vigna, the cheaper charger, which means she can obtain DP upon killing, and she can also refund the DP cost when retreated, which is actually really good. Vigna served me quite well when I was still using her, but she has fallen out of favor compared to the unit that I actually whaled on, which is, as you can see, Bagpipe, Pot 5. You see this right here? Pot 5. You know why I pushed to get her to Pot 5 because of this. This one. When this unit is in the squad, all Vanguard operators gain plus 8 initial SP, meaning skill points. When deployed, Bagpipe gives 4 additional SP. You can basically think of SP as 1 second on an auto recovery. So as you see right here, this tag, auto recovery, 1 SP is equivalent to 1 second. You can think of it like that. So, why is this very important? Because let's go back to our beloved 4-star Myrtle. I think if you play Arknights, you definitely know this flat pipe strategy. But for those of you who don't play Arknights, very simple. Myrtle starts off with, to use her S1, her first skill 1, that's why I call S1, she needs 22 energy, 22 SP. which means she needs 22 seconds. Now, the good thing about Arknights is that you have something called initial SP as well, meaning initial skill points. That means right off the beginning, as the name suggests, right off the beginning, you have some skill points that will help shorten the time. So technically, you look at the timing here, technically, she doesn't need 22 seconds to use her skill 1 the first time. She only needs, what's 22 minus 13? 9 seconds, right? 9 seconds to use her first skill the first time. The first time, initial. However, if you have bagpipe gives plus 8, right? So 13 plus 8 is how much? Should we bring out the calculator? I think we should. Let's bring out the calculator. Okay, so 13 plus 8 is how much? 21. 21 SP. What does this mean? This means that effectively, you only need 1 second, just 1 second, and then you can use Myrtle's S1. And what does S1 do? Stop attacking and recover 14 DP. 1-4. Immediately at the start of the battle, you get 14 DP. Myrtle costs 8. So what is this? This means that you not only get the cost of Myrtle back, you get a nice little profit of 6 DP. And that is amazing. That is very important at the start of the battle. You get 6 extra DP. And don't forget, you're generating DP at the same time. So very likely you have like end up with 20 DP or 22 DP after you activate her once at the start of the battle, and you can deploy all your very strong units, as we'll see later on. Okay, Elysium, the 5-star version of Myrtle. I have not upgraded him yet, but if you upgrade his his S1 to M3, it will be somewhat comparable, but not as fast. You still need 6 seconds or so before you can use it the first time, the initial activation. This skill is a lot more niche, I would say. Very high DP recovery, 20 DP, a lot. And it can lock enemies, reduce their defense, reduce movement speed, and they lose invisibility. He's very niche, but for the most time, if I do use him, I will still use support Gamma, his first skill. Okay, Cantabile. She was kind of underrated when I first got her, but after I got Bagpipe and after I brought her to S2 M0, S2 level 7, look at this. 20 and 28. What did I say earlier? 28 SP is how much she needs to use the skill. 20 is how much she gets initially. And how much does Bagpipe give? 8. So 20 plus 8 is 28. So she can basically become a heli drop. In this game, heli drop means basically you can use your skill or do something very useful, very powerful once you deploy. And this is basically what she can do. As soon as I deploy her, she can immediately use S2. And here's the good thing. Generate 1 DP after each attack. She grants 15 ammo, meaning she can gain 15 DP. So she costs 10, so you get a profit of how much? 5. Of course, depending on situation, this might be better. This might be better than this. This might be better than this because this is a passive, so you have to be careful on how you use it. And yeah, Cantabile is actually really good. She does okay damage. She can hit air units because she uses range attacks. I know it says melee right here, but she can actually hit range. See? It says melee, but can use range attacks. Has reduced deployment time. She only takes 35 seconds to deploy, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Protean. Most important is this one. Her skill. Her talent, talent 1. Attack speed plus 6 when not blocking an enemy. Very useful, very important that you try to keep her somewhere where she doesn't block an enemy, like one of those fence tiles. Meaning enemies cannot go in there. So that she attacks as fast as possible. This one is only really important for this skill right here. This one. Because this one depends on your attack speed, obviously. This one, attack depends on your ammo, so don't worry too much about it. But yeah, this is Cantabile, another great DP printing machine. Vigil, I just got from the welfare. This is from the Il Syracusan rerun. Right here, this one. This is a wonderful little rerun event that gave us a that will give you the where is it at? Yeah, here. That will give you the Vigil. That will give you the welfare. God, that's so difficult for me to say. Yes, welfare Vigil. Okay, moving on. Let us go back to the operators. Vanguards. That's basically my Vanguard Knights. Very good. I have some really good other good Vanguards too, like Texas, Zima. I know Zima is a very good Vanguard leader, but I haven't quite upgraded them yet. Beanstalk is my other tactician. I have 1 tactician. Vigil's 1 tactician. I don't have them prepared. Yato, don't forget everyone. A pseudo fast to deploy costs minus 30 seconds. Very useful, but nothing too spectacular in my Vanguard section. Moving on, Guard Knights. That's right, everyone's favorite playstyle. Okay. Actually, I should sort by level, right, to make things more obvious. Okay, Vanguard, Guard Knights, Mountain. Why do I bring up Mountain first? Because Mountain was my first S2. Sorry, what am I saying? My first 6-star. That's right, Mountain. Why is Mountain good? Now, normally, Mountain's branch here, called Fighter, block one enemy is actually pretty poor. The thing about fighters is that they tend to attack very fast, he attack speed very fast, and they tend to be on the cheaper side and they can only block one. Unfortunately, because of how the game calculates attack and defense, the damage dealt is always attack minus defense. That's it. Attack minus defense. And if you fight enemies with high or medium or high defense, fighters basically lose all of their damage. However, Mountain is really good because look at this. Sweeping stance. Defense minus 25%, attack range reduces. He'll go from 2 tiles, we see this, sorry, 1 tile ahead, to just his own tile. Attack plus 60%, block plus 1, attack all block enemies and restore HP. Basically, Mountain turns from a fighter into a Centurion. What's a Centurion? A Centurion is an AoE guard. Basically, they attack all block enemies and they can block at least 2 enemies. That is amazing. Plus this health recovery. Mountain already has some very good stats because he's a 6-star. See, 594 attack plus 60%, he will deal a lot of damage. But that's S2 is basically one of Mountain's best skills. He's a good lane holder as well. Absolutely fantastic if you get him. Okay, let's look at the other guards. Myrna, nothing to say. For those of you who do play Arknights, Myrna is absolutely broken. Look at broken because of his skill. This one, Unbrilliant Glory, where he basically nukes enemies out of existence. I do want to specialize him one day. Meaning I want to take it to maximum level. So, he is S3 M3. Basically, again, for those who don't know Arknights, this basically means skill tree, mastery tree means his strongest possible. He's quite fast too. He only needs 22 seconds to unlock the skill. However, you should let him charge for a good 40 seconds. Why? You see right here. Attack gradually increases up to 200% over 40 seconds. Myrna can hit extremely hard. All of these, sorry, where's the all of these Liberators, that's the class name, the branch name. Liberators are extremely powerful. They have extremely high damage when they use their skills. However, here's the thing. Normally does not attack and has 0 block. Remember, Myrna and all Liberators, which is one more guy. Let me show you right now. This guy right here, this cute little dog right here. Liberator as well. See? All Liberators cannot block when they are not using their skill. Yeah, normally does not attack and has 0 block. However, when they are using their skill, they will block and they have 3 block, which is actually quite good. Similar to normal defenders. Attack is reset when the skill ends. That's right. So once the skill ends, our Liberators need time to recharge. So both Myrna and Tequila need time to recharge. What else is special about Liberators? Well, look at their health. Incredibly high health. 4042. He is incredibly tanky. What about his defense? Really high. Quite high too. 476. Resistance, 15% art resistance. That means he'll take 15% less art damage. Amazing. Myrna, there's nothing much to say. If you play Arknights, you already know how powerful Myrna is. If you don't play Arknights, all I can say is that goddamn, this guy is powerful. And also just to illustrate how high his max HP is, he's the highest, 4042. Amazing. Against all, in terms of all of the operators, 4042, he is the highest right now. Absolute monster. Okay, next, Taunts. What is Taunts? Taunts is a DPS defense, Lord Guard, meaning he can launch range attacks that deal less damage. However, what Taunts can do, Taunt is amazing because he has extremely high attack. He is 680 attack right there, attacks plus 60%, attack speed plus 25%. This one is his best skill, Destreza. What happens is that Taunts will attack after activating this skill twice. It will have unlimited duration and all the bonuses are doubled. That is amazing for Taunts. This basically makes Taunts into a lane holder for medium enemies. So if you have a lot of annoying little enemies that are not super powerful, not super tanky, Taunts will melt them all like crazy. Taunts excels in consistent DPS, consistent mid-range DPS. Plus, he also deals a little bit of arts damage, you see right here. Poison targets when attacking, dealing 125 arts damage to them per second, lasting 3 seconds. Damage is doubled against ranged enemies. So he can even take out ranged enemies. He can snipe ranged enemies just as much as they can snipe him, which is hilarious. Echoes, plus he also has, just like Mountain, quite a bit of sustainability, self-recovery. If this unit has an attack for 2 seconds, restore 3.5% of max HP every second. Incredible. 3.5 max HP. He's quite durable. if you can get some, if you have some downtime, just a little bit of downtime, 2 seconds of downtime, he will start recovering a good amount of HP. He's really good. Thorns. I really need to bring him up to level 90. That's why there's some low end guys that can focus on Thorns, because Thorns just does so much good damage. Next, Blaze. Another 6-star. This time you'll find out that sometimes when it comes to skills, the third skill is not always the best. It depends on what you want. For me, the best thing about Blaze is that she can extend her range, increase her attack, increase her defense, and this is unlimited as well. Unlimited, just like Thorns after his second activation. Blaze is a Centurion Guard. What does a Centurion Guard do? They attack all block enemies. Blaze, because she is a 6-star, she can block 3 enemies at Elite 2. That means at this level. Elite 2, see? 2. So Blaze can deal damage to 3 enemies at once, and she can attack up to 2 tiles. So one tile and then 2 tile when her skill is maxed out. This one. And the skill is maxed out. Plus, the best thing about Blaze is that she has this. When this unit's HP falls below 25%, restore 50% HP one time only, and prevents HP from falling under 50% for 6 seconds. Basically, she has a very hard threshold. She basically says, no, I am not going to die. I am not going to lose health below 50% for 6 seconds. Of course, she can still be defeated because some enemies instantly defeat your operators, but she cannot fall below 50% HP, which makes her really good in some sort of emergency situations. I mean, it's called emergency defibrillation. Status resistance as well. She's also slightly resistant towards stun, cold, frozen, etc. etc. Quite good, I would say. I didn't know that. Actually, I didn't know. Oh, freeze reduces resistance on enemy. Anyway, that's not important. This is Blaze. I got her pretty early on, I think. I got mounted the first. Thorns, I think I got second or third. He was very early as well. Myrna was not so early, but not too late. Blaze also. But yeah, so these are my 6 stars. The other 6 stars I have are Viviana. I pulled her from the banner. Not it's just she's okay, I guess. I don't use her too much. Lessing is the welfare. He's an arts, so he's a dreadnought. I was gonna say arts guard, but he's actually dreadnought guard, meaning he excels in dueling enemies. High health, high offense. Malantha, everyone's favorite because Kyostin V's videos are amazing. Everyone loves Kyostin V and everyone loves Malantha. Skadi guard, probably one of the weaker 6-star guards. Dreadnought guard as well. She's just so. Mainly because the best Dreadnought guard is Neil the Radiant Knight and no one cares about Skadi. Okay, what else is next? What else is next throughout my guard roster? Not too much actually. A lot of my guards are 6-star. I have Amiya, 5-star arts guard. She does arts damage. Very nice little buff whenever she's deployed because all units gain attack and defense and then double when the skill is active. Very good. I have a Reaper guard build. I have another arts guard Aesthesia build. Aesthesia was my first arts guard over Amiya. Midnight, another range guard Lord. Like I said, most of the other guards are not too significant because I haven't built them. I do want to build someone like Mato Imaru because of a health pool, Utage because she's a heli drop, and she can do arts damage on the second skill. I don't have it upgraded. Also, a very cool thing, she's called a Musha, meaning that she cannot be healed by other units. She will recover HP every time she attacks an enemy. Okay, Defenders, another class I really love. First of all, Hoshiguma, absolute monster of a tank. Right now, her stats aren't too good because she's only E1 level 50, but once I upgrade her, I do want to make her stronger. Okay, cool thing is that she can resist damage, and she can also dodge. She can dodge it at Elite 2 if I believe it. Where is it? Oh no, it's not there. 25% resist damage, but she does have a dodge somewhere in her kit, I believe. Was it S3? I think. S1 or S2? I don't know. Maybe resist is the dodge equivalent because I think that might be the case. Anyway, the thing about Hoshiguma, very interesting fact, is that despite being a normal protector, see right here, so protectors are the most basic bitch kind of defenders. They only block 3 enemies. She actually has 1 extra tile of range. Just like I think all of the 6-star defenders have 1 extra tile of range, except Saria for some funny reason. She can do a little bit of attack, and she has a pretty good defense as well. S2 is most of what people usually go for Hoshiguma. She's a really tough defender. Again, the stats don't show it now because I haven't upgraded her, but trust me, she is really strong. Plus, once you unlock her module, which is like a special attachment, she can gain 1 extra block. Okay, Korra, 4-star. I think she's actually my first ever maxed out unit. She was the first unit I maxed out. E2, level 70. max pot, level stage 3 module, except for S1M3 because I just S1M2, sorry, S2M3. She's amazing. Stop attacking. Block +1. She can block 4, which is amazing. Defense plus 130%. That is incredible amount of defense. Restore HP by 3%. She can recover her. She is a defender, a protector defender that can heal herself and has an absurd amount of defense. When her skill is active, I believe she can even hit up to 2000 defense. Plus, look at the talent. Defense plus 18%, defense plus 20% when blocking an enemy. Korra is amazing. She's a 4-star, easy to build. If you have Korra, please build her. She is amazing as your defender. Saria, I just got her recently. Absolute monster. Oh, sorry, not the level. Absolute monster. She can... Look at this. She can recover. She can gain stacking, attack, and defense. Defense helps survivability. Attack improves her healing capability. When Saria restores an ally's HP, also restore 1 extra skill point to them. Awesome. She basically becomes an SP battery while also healing. Okay, why is Saria so good? Why is Saria such a good character? And this is, we don't forget, Saria is a launch operator. She was one of the OGs. Why is she so good? Simple. All of her skills. S1. Very basic kind of guardian defender skill. Charge. You can store charges and you can heal a nearby ally within 9 tiles. I'm sorry, 8 tiles around Saria. What's this? Medicine dispensing. Very good as well. Restore the HP of all allies within a certain range by 120% of Saria's attack. She can continuously heal a good range of allies with this skill. 120%. So basically, first two, you have a choice between powerful heals, powerful burst healing with nearby enemies. Nearby allies, one single ally, or you have a continuous, slightly weaker heal. 120% is obviously lower than 150%. For all allies within a range. This basically turns her into an AoE healer. That is amazing. And last but not least, this one, calcification. Restore the HP of all nearby allies by 25%. Basically, it's an on-skill, it's a manual trigger heal. Not bad. So if you use this skill, I would highly suggest you still bring in another healer to top up on healing whenever she doesn't use a skill. This is a good one. Ask damage taken by nearby enemies plus 45%. Movement speed minus 60%. So you imagine you pair her up with all the powerful casters. Eyafala. All the arts guards like Amiya, Guard Surtur even. You will melt bosses. And I think this one will stack with someone like, say, Shamare. Shamare is a debuffer who can stack, right? I think it should be able to stack. So you basically turn them into very fragile little bitches. And then you whack them all. That is just how good Saria is. Amazing. What other good defenders do I have? Gummy. Standard, very strong medic defender. The most interesting is that she doesn't have a health threshold. That means she will recover HP even if your allies are above 50% HP. Though this does mean that they are slightly vulnerable to... She's vulnerable to chip damage, just wasting her heals, unfortunately. Liskam. Standard Sentinel Protector. Sentinel Protectors are funny because they can block 3 enemies. They have a little bit of attack and can attack from long range. The best example would be Jessica the Liberated. She has a shield even. Jessica Liberated is actually quite fun because when she deploys the shield, she essentially becomes a 5-block operator because the shield can block 2 and she can block 3. Let me show you the shield right now. It blocks 2. Quite a good amount of HP and defense. Plus, she can do quite a bit of damage using this one, covered defense. Her range becomes of a spread shot sniper, which we will take a look later. Otherwise, Defender Knight's not too much. Bubble is... I was thinking of building her a bit. I'm not sure if I still want to do that. A little side grade from Korra. She's very tanky as well. Matterhorn is a great arts defender. He can defend against arts because of his resistance. 5 resistance. And if you upgrade him, I believe he will gain 7 resistance. So 12 resistance base. Plus extra 50% resistance when he is using his skill Cold Resistance. He's actually really good. Okay, otherwise nothing else too significant here. Nokorn, of course, is a very cheap defender. Just use him if you need some random schmuck to stall. Okay, snipers. A little bit of an interesting class because I don't actually... As you can see, not many of them are built. Pinecone, Spread Shooter. Basically means that she has a smaller range. You see this range here? This range is actually very small compared to, let's say, Jessica. You see this range? Look at this range. And look at Pinecone's range. Very small. But what they do is that they can deal extra damage for enemies in the row in front of them. So this one right here. A row. This one right here. they will deal more damage, and they can actually attack all enemies. Yeah, all enemies. She's an AoE sniper, but short range. Cool thing about Pinecone is that she will actually improve her own SP recovery rate for 60 seconds, basically allowing her to charge her skills much faster upon deployment. Very good. Jessica, Meteor, Cruise, very standard, just standard marksman sniper, meaning that they will attack aerial enemies first. Remember to bring them if you're facing some drones, very annoying drones. Shiryuki, AoE sniper with some arts damage, and she can slow her enemies, which is actually quite good. Shiryuki, I do plan on E2ing her. Ambriel, Deadeye sniper, you see this range, wow, this range is huge, wow, it's so big, but what does a Deadeye sniper do? Is that they will prioritize attacking the enemy with lowest defense within ranges, right? Lowest defense. So there's this very squishy enemy, they basically become the executioners. They will target the low defense enemy and then nuke them out of existence, which is helped by, look at this attack, 737 attack. Amazing. All the other snipers have very average, say 400 plus, except for our artilleryman snipers, because they attack at a slower interval. They have higher damage, so 707 on Shiryuki. Even Catapult here is like 699. Pinecone has 608, but then again she will do 150% damage, so that's a bonus. I forgot to showcase one thing about Korra. Look at that! Holy shit! You see this offense? 872. It's like almost 900. God. Anyway, Pinecone. Okay, what else? Well, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can because this is supposed to be a very brief showcase. Casters, Click, excellent sniper with pretty good damage. I always thought that Mech Accord casters were weak because look at that attack is actually very low. But the fact is that they can increase up to 110% of the operator's attack slowly. It will actually be really good. And look at that, Click and her drones gain plus 12 attack speed, so don't worry about the attack being too slow because her attack speed will increase. Her attack speed is a lot faster than average with the S2 as well. Okay, so that's Click. Gitano, Lava, AoE casters. KB, I pulled her not too long ago, I think. I'm building her because she's a very good core caster, especially S2. She will shred enemies with high defense, especially because she can also deal additional arts damage to target equal to 35% of its defense. That is hilarious. Just so the tankier you are, no matter what defense resistance, KB is just going to shred you. Okay, any other significant? Evan Halls, I got him. I don't plan on using him anytime soon because Mystic casters are a little bit wonky to use, I would say. Nothing else significant for casters, I believe. As you can tell, I'm a very melee focused player for some reason. Okay, and also healers. Okay, healers. Delopsis. She's my waifu, as you can see from the home screen. Delopsis AoE healer. Best thing about her is this one. When deployed, increase SP recovery of all allies by 0.3 per second. Allies within attack range gain 0.35. Only the highest effect of this type will be applied. She's a SP charger, which is great because look at this skill. Enkephalin. Look at this. Reduce attack. This is basically her burst healing. She may be an AoE healer, which means by default AoE healers have much lower attack. But my god, the amount of healing she can give with this is amazing. Seriously, amazing how much she can heal over time. Plus, being able to help her allies charge their skill points a lot faster is amazing too. She's underrated. I think people will give her enough respect, thankfully. Okay, read the Flame Shadow. Incantation Medic, meaning she will deal damage to enemies and then heal your allies for 50% of the damage dealt. What she's really good at is she's very good at clearing out medium at most, medium defense and medium resistance kind of enemies, medium health, especially with the S3, because she will if you're an Arknights player and you know what Reed can do, she can basically nuke half the screen of all of those shitty mobs. She's a medic, but she can basically become an AoE chain caster who's better than AoE chain casters. That is actually really funny. Yeah, so that's Reed. Nothing much about S1, it's just the bullshit Swift Strike Gamma. This one is interesting because it basically turns your defenders and your other ground units into being able to deal extra arts damage and also healing, which is really good. And she can also inflict something called Arts Fragility. Fragility is something that will affect the amount of damage you take. Since this is called Arts Fragility, that means all arts damage will be amplified. And also, we can also heal herself for 50% of the amount healed. So that 50 times 50% is 25% overall. Okay, moving on. Eafala the Hivit Aska. I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but whatever. One ring medic and a 6-star altar. One ring medics can basically heal elemental damage, which are the special kind of damage that will screw you over. Again, for those of you who don't know what elemental damage is, basically think of it as a status that will build up over time. And once it hits a certain threshold, something bad will happen. We don't know what that something bad happened, but something bad will happen. If you play the Dark Souls game, basically it's all the status effects. You know, poison, rot, poison, scarlet rot, madness, sleep, bleeding, etc., etc., frostbite. You know, it's elemental that it's a basically status effect. Build up. Once it hits a certain threshold, it'll proc, it'll trigger, and then that's it. Something bad will happen. For example, burn damage in this game means after burn damage reaches 1000, which is the threshold, this arbitrary numerical threshold, the affected unit has its resistance, that means take more arts damage, reduce, and takes 1200 arts damage immediately, I think. Yeah, immediately. So, yeah, as you can see, again, once it reaches a threshold, it'll proc, something bad will happen. Aya, amazing. Absolutely amazing as a healer. She basically can delete any sort of elemental damage using her S3, but I tend to find her S1 a lot better because you see, attack plus 30%, each heal can affect one additional target, so you can heal 2 at a time. And all friendly units within range will recover elemental damage equal to 6% of Aya's attack. Unlimited duration. It's one of these kind. You let it charge up throughout the battle and it will become unlimited. As you can tell, Wandering Medics, however, tend to have less attack and therefore less healing. However, look at what Aya can do though. Replenishing Mist. Normal heals additionally restore HP and elemental damage per second equal to 10% of the original amount. Basically, she can give her friends a little bit of heal over time, which is awesome. So don't worry too much about this very low attack. She can actually heal up over time. Plus, she can even increase max HP and reduce elemental damage taken by 12%. She's just gonna make elemental damage look like a joke. That's why she's a great altar, and I'm very glad I pulled her. I pulled her twice too. I didn't whale, by the way. This is all free to play. Okay. Oh man, I still have a few classes left. So Medic Cicero, great burst healer. She's also one of the extremely strong 4 stars. You should build her. Perfumer is the AoE medic you get before Telopsis. So if you build her, it's okay. She has a nice little niche, which is she can restore all allies HP by some. This is a global heal over time. That's it. Global heal over time. Think of it like that. Okay, and then nothing else too significant. We have our. These are all like single target medics. Ansel, Hibiscus, Gavia, 6-star Shining, who isn't as good as Nightingale, unfortunately. Even though Shining is supposed to be cracked in the lore, but unfortunately not in game. I do plan on building one more Ghost Stream. Therapist healers. Therapist. Okay, you may. Wonder has a large healing range. This is because it's not shown on E1. Sorry, E0. E1, this is her range. It is massive. It is very similar to the Wandering Medic, but I think they shift the tiles a little bit. Yeah, I think Wandering Medic, you have to shift the tiles one tile to the right to get the range. But yeah, they basically are large wide range medics, but they will heal for less on your friends, on your operators who are further away. Okay, supporters. As the name suggests, these are all the specializing supporters. Most common would be D-Cell Binder, meaning that they will deal art damage and slow the target. Slow is by minus 80% movement speed, which is actually a lot and can save you on certain maps. Earth Spirit, actually pretty bad. Hell, I think even Orchid is better than her, but whatever. Suzanne, a very good D-Cell Binder. She has an excellent S3 skill, I believe, called Foxfire Haze. Stop attacking. Attack range expands. Effect of this unit's second talent increases to 1.7 times. You can see that later. The second talent is this one. Enemies in range are infected with 20% fragile, which is a lot. Heal all ally units within range for 11%. Wow, she is really, really good with this Foxfire Haze ready because of this one. Also, she can help to increase SP recovery on your supporters. However, Telopsis will override her if it's not upgraded past E2, I believe. 0.4, yes. No, she will actually override Delopsis, yes. So Suzanne will override Delopsis' SP gain, SP recovery, which is pretty good. So, yeah, so that's a little Suzanne. I would like Uwo Lolly Pussy. FBI open up. Shamare, another lollipop. Look at the fucking design. Look what she's wearing. Look at that. You can see her fucking navel. Who designed this lolly? Anyway, and my lawyers advised me not to keep making lolly jokes. Curse doll. Basically, she can deploy a little doll that will reduce attack, defense, and can last for 15 seconds. She's a very good debuffer, standard debuffer. Hexer, as the name suggests, is simply a support that will deal arts damage, and she can also apply fragile. And the best thing is that this is just overall fragile. Yeah, fragile. Amplifies all physical arts and true damage. That means unlike Reed earlier, who only amplifies arts damage, she amplifies all kinds of damage, which is really good on Shamari. It's just, my god, what the fuck is she wearing? Okay? Who gave this little girl such clothes? Anyway. Moving on, Gnosis I need to build. He's a Hexer as well, but he specializes in cold and freeze. There we go. Attacks inflict cold and apply 15% fragile, and also frozen enemies within range will receive double the fragile effect, meaning 30% fragile. Quite good. And don't forget that with cold, if you inflict cold on someone who is already cold, you inflict frozen. Quite good. Otherwise, not much on the supporter side. Tsukinogi, the jokester, no one cares about her. Okay, specialist, another class I really like to talk about. Ethan. He's an ambusher, meaning deal damage to all targets within range, 50% chance to dodge attacks, and less likely to be targeted by enemies. A sneaky guy, as the ambusher claims. He can bind enemies. He has a chance to bind enemies, meaning unable to move. And depending on what you want, you can deal a little bit of arts damage. Damage over time, arts damage. Very good for those kind of small mobs. Or you can try and trigger his talent much more often. Ethan is really good. DPS crowd control. He really plays up the crowd control aspect. And he deals okay damage considering his attack is 601. Gravel. Excellent fast redeploy. Executor. Meaning she has significantly reduced the redeployment time. She only needs 18 seconds, 1/8, to be redeployed. Best thing about her is that, right here, she has a very strong shield. It's extremely strong. Like, I'm not kidding. 180% of her max HP is incredibly high. Plus, this one. DP cost -1. Very good for a fast redeploy. All units that cost 10 or less DP gain 6% defense. A little bit of a niche, but not super useful. Like I said, her main purpose is just that she's a fast redeploy. You can put her down to catch enemies that have slipped by, or you can use her to bait very dangerous attacks, etc. Okay. Jaye, excellent. He is a merchant. Merchants have reduced redeployment time, though not as much as the executors or the fast redeploys. He's also what's known as a pseudo fast redeploy. Merchants all take, I believe, 25 seconds to be redeployed. Yes, the 25, not 30. 25 seconds to be redeployed. DP costs will not be refunded, which is a little bit unfortunate. And also, while deployed, 3 DP are consumed every 3 seconds and will automatically retreat without sufficient DP. They will eat through your DP reserves if you don't have someone like, say, Myrtle or the other vanguards. However, here's the thing. Jaye, look at these stats. These are the stats of a guard. 622 attack. And here's the thing. When he gets this one, these are all auto-trigger. Look at the charge time. 6 seconds, 11 seconds. One gives you perma-silence. One gives you self-sustained 40% HP. 40% HP equal to 40% of the damage dealt. Jaye is a monster that can actually deal far above his pay grade. Seriously. Everyone needs to go watch more videos of Jaye just whooping the absolute shit out of certain bosses. Just because he's that good. Merchants tend to have this very funny quality of doing some of the most insane stuff possible. It's just that they will take up quite a bit of DP. Okay, Gladia. Sorry. But that's Jaye. Shaw is just a pusher. I mean, okay, when it comes to the pushers and pullers, there's nothing too special. Shaw is a pusher, Gladia is a puller. She's a welfare from the Arknights event. Project Red, also another actual fast redeploy executor. Interesting thing is that she can deal at least 20% of attack damage every attack, which implies that she can ignore armor and she will always have a fixed amount of damage. Depending on what you like, you can either put her down to bait because she has physical arts dodge on the S1, or she can crowd control using a stun on S2. Up to you. Cliffheart, puller. Term X is another fast deploy. Ak is a geek that I need to build. I don't know. what happens is that geeks will basically continually lose HP over time, but Ak can actually buff whatever character he wants by doing damage to them. Very annoying, but also very powerful. Lee is another merchant that I have, 6-star merchant. Also extremely cracked. His kit is actually extremely cracked, but compared to Jai, man, Jai is just that good. I'm just going to say that much. Jai is really that good. Manticore, my other ambusher. Good. I think what she can do is slow. That's right. Manticore specializes in slowing enemies. Ethan specializes in binding enemies. Then there's nothing else very significant. We have Waifu, another executor. Fast redeploy time. Well, I think what she does is that she will silence. So while Red will specialize in stunning, Waifu will specialize in silencing. So yeah, that's basically it. So thank you all for watching this operator showcase. My god, 40 minutes just talking about my operator. I was going and I'm talking at breakneck speed right now. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed this little video.
In conjunction with my infection, may cause me to fall asleep and make conversation.
Do not be alarmed.
Alarmed.
Oh, of course I won't be alarmed. You're so cute. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this little operator showcase or operator roster review. So this is going to sign out soon. Next time we come back, we're definitely going to have more episodes. Maybe I will start producing more of these Arknights episodes as well. Okay, so see you all. Almost forgot my intro. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening in case I don't see you around. Good night. Take care. Love life. This has been Mint Leaf, YouTube's most skill issue gamer. Bye bye.